Well, good afternoon. We wanted to share with everybody the first staff recommendations for $40 million in general obligation bonds. This list was shared with the City Council this morning, and we will start the public process moving forward. First, I want to thank again the residents of this city for their vote of confidence in the direction the city is headed, and this infrastructure investment will have a tremendous impact already in year one. So now it's up to us to deliver. On April 5th, we got to work trying to figure out what's the best allocation for this first $40 million in bonds. And so what we're doing today is releasing our first recommendations for a total of $40 million. The focus was on shovel-ready projects so that we can get as much of these dollars into the ground, turning dirt this summer as possible. We have funding and projects in each of the three bond questions. Question 1 was roads, bridges, and sidewalks. Question 2 was flood control and stormwater improvements. And question 3 was public facilities. So we have funding in all three of those categories. Total of 18 projects are on the list. And I'll give you 5 examples, and then we can take questions about any of the detail in the further ones. But obviously, the one that'll visible to residents will be $6 million in sidewalk repairs. And basically what that will allow the city to do is, if you were on the list for a sidewalk spot repair prior to April 4th of 2017, this funding will address it. So that issue would be addressed. So anybody that was on the list for a sidewalk spot repair as of April 4, 2017, it's our goal, if the City Council concurs, that would be funded in year one of this program. The other thing we have done is funded $7 million for the first of 2 payments for an animal shelter that would be built by private sources at the corner of Elmwood and Gregory. A total of $14 million total, but $7 million would go in this first year, followed by a $7 million allocation in next year. And the goal is that brand new animal shelter, 60,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility would be built by September of 2018. So the first allocation of the city's $14 million allocation is included in here. We are also building some projects that are taking advantage of development that's occurring. So there is the Beacon Hill project, where we are reconstructing roads, stormwater, storm sewers in the southwest quadrant of Beacon Hill. The total of $3.6 million. That project has been shovel ready for a number of years, just waiting for funding. But if you've been out to Beacon Hill, you will notice that all of the residential development around the southwest quadrant is quickly nearing completion. So this will open up that final phase of the Beacon Hill area north of 27th Street for development. It's all publicly owned. This would construct only the public infrastructure, but that project is ready to be bid and ready for construction, and the development is quickly occurring around it. Up north, we have Maple Woods Parkway. We are aiming for a construction beginning in 2018. That's a rather large project to basically reconstruct what is now North Woodland Avenue from where Maple Woods Parkway ends to past Staley High School. That will be we'll have $1.7 million in the fund this year to continue right-of-way and engineering to get that project so that it can be bid in 2018. So that is one that affects both council districts up north. Both council districts up north have been funding that issue. And obviously with the development of Staley High School, we've got significant amount of traffic in that development area. So that would get that constructed. And then we have included Wernal Road as an example of a street reconstruction project from 85th to 89th. We have a lot of roads that need reconstructed around the city. So that's about a $3.4 million to completely take the pavement down to dirt and rebuild curbs, sidewalks, storm drainage, the whole issue. And if you remember, we have reconstructed from 79th down to 85th and from 89th down to Ward Parkway. So this would finish that last gap of the southern section of Ward Parkway. So the next steps, obviously, these are just staff recommendations. It will go to the City Council for final determination. They've also been sent to the Public Improvements Advisory Committee for their review and comment past the resolution. So the public process will just start today with the release of this list as the staff recommendations. We'll then go from there to see if council's comfortable with that. We'll have an estimation and appropriation. We anticipate the first bond sale to occur next spring, but we'll get started this fall or this summer right now, trying to get the construction started. And then we will follow up with an annual report this fall showing how we've done 6 months into the process, and we'll be able to track all this project data on our open data catalog.